join us at Progress Chapter 139. Warriors come out to play. Speaking of Warriors, I've got the Progress Women's World Champion with me, Kanji. How are you doing? We spoke earlier on in the year, but it's nice to see you at the show and speak to you after your successful title defence. How are you feeling?
I feel great. It feels so good to be back. And just like speaking to you about when I spoke to you last time when I wasn't actually in action, it feels good to actually see you and speak to you now. It's like, oh yeah, I'm actually back. Yeah. And it feels amazing. Like I'm getting really good momentum behind me now. So I feel like I'm in a really good place.
Yeah, because when we spoke on the podcast, and feel free to go back and check that interview, by the way, it's an amazing interview with Kanji, but when we spoke last time on the podcast, it was a lot of kind of hesitation, uncertainty about where your career was going, and in particular about the injury, and you didn't want to get re-injured again. And then you did come back. You won the Women's Thunder Bastard match, didn't you? So your confidence in yourself and your confidence in your previous injury, has that got better? Do you feel more confident in yourself?
Yeah, it's definitely got better. Literally like maybe 2 weeks ago to 3 weeks ago, it's changed so much. I mean, I still have those moments of doubts. Even just before matches, I have those moments where I think, I don't want to get hurt again. I can't get hurt again. But even like 3-4 weeks ago, I remember, because one of my biggest goals is to wrestle in Japan. So one of the thoughts going around my head is like, I'm not 100% there yet, and I don't want to go to Japan and disrespect their culture and their respect for wrestling and not be 100%. So I'm kind of putting that to the back seat while I get momentum back here and getting more confident here. But then it's like now, in this week, I feel so ready. Like I literally feel like I'm almost at the top of my game back, which again is that self-doubt that I don't want to get injured again, so I'm trying to still be careful, because I think the last injury came when I felt that confident as well, like I'm the best like I'm right now. Yeah. So the last thing I want is to get injured. So as much as I say I feel like I'm at the best, like in the back of my mind is like, I don't want to say that just in case.
Yeah. And like I say, one of the more memorable matches you've had since your return was your match against Gisele Shaw at Super Strong Style, that 2 out of 3 falls match, which I still remember vividly today. An incredible match, and Gisele is such a world-class opponent. And we spoke on the podcast earlier on in the year, such a kind of big rival of yours, but a huge motivator as well of you and your career. You've gone on a hell of a journey. Take us back to Super Strong Style and kind of your thoughts of that epic 2 out of 3 falls match. Any particular memories that stand out to you besides winning the title back?
I love Gisele so much. I think we have such a strong, unique connection, and I think that shows in the ring when you see and you feel the chemistry we have in there. I think she's an absolute incredible and fantastic wrestler, all-round person as well. But yeah, that was like I think it was like my first proper match back, my first singles match back, because I came back, I had the Thunder Bastard, and then I had that one match, and I just remember the next day, like I was so beaten up, like she really beat the hell out of me. But I think going into that match, that's what you expect. Yeah. I've been out for so long. She's been running and at the top of the whole women's division in the whole of the UK, and even being talked about internationally. Of course, it's Gisele. So to come into Progress and step up to her after being off for so long due to injury, it's not like I just took a back seat for a bit. I was injured, so I've only coming in with that self-doubt, that lack of confidence. So the story of the match is that she's absolutely destroying me, and she did. So I'm so happy, like we told that story perfect and everyone was happy, and I was so happy with it. And honestly, now she's gone, I miss her so much. I miss having that connection with her. I miss having her backstage. So hopefully, in the future, your
paths will cross again, I'm sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I really hope so.
And more recently, you've had a series of matches with Laura Di Matteo, in particular 24/7 last month, and then tonight. So Warriors come out to play. Two different matches, but both really exciting match. And more recently, tonight's match was really fast paced, lots of emotion. The crowd were massively into it, and you two have obviously got a similar sort of chemistry to what you have with Gisele. Tell us a bit about Laura and the matches you've had, because tonight in particular was pretty much a show stealer.
Oh, thank you. I love working Laura. I think she is a fantastic wrestler. And it's been so nice to have her come back here, because obviously, like I said in the promo before, in the ring, after our first match here, when I said, when I was first coming out, I was watching Laura at Progress and, wanting to be in her position at least, with her storyline with Ginny, because I really look up to Ginny and everything like that. So being in the ring with Laura, that promo was real. Like, it was so real. I was being honest. Like, she is an inspiration to me and a lot of the girls here as well. So to be in the ring with her now, and for me to grow with her and see her grow, her character change and her build in this story, and for our connection to really come out together, it's been a fantastic experience. And I really look forward to following her journey as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, you two had an embrace at the end of the match. She gave you your championship back. But look into the future, and Progress, I think, is renowned for having one of the strongest women's divisions in the world. Let's be honest, in the world. Like I say, we saw Raven Creed and Lana have a great match earlier. We saw Sky Smithson on the scene, and there's so many talented UK and international women, female, that are bolstering that women's division in Progress. You're kind of top of the pile at the moment as the champions. There's a lot of people that are chasing after you. Who would you like to get in there with to defend your championship against? Because there's so many talented women in Progress, so many talented women in British women's wrestling. Is there anybody that you maybe have your eye on, would like to defend against?
Definitely. I think there's always competitors out there that I look at and think, not only would I like to step in the ring with them and work them, but also just learn from them by being in the ring with them. Especially with the big release of the NXT UK superstars. I think the likes of Nina Samuels and Millie McKenzie, I know she's been announced to come back as well for the next show. So, definitely Nina Samuels. I think she's a fantastic heel, and with the work that I saw her do, especially her character work, I think she'll definitely bring something exciting and new here. And I'd love to see, because I really like characters and the excitement of what will happen if you put this character and this character in the room together. Like when you think about like superheroes, it's like, what will happen if Batman and Wonder Woman came together? I think that the same with wrestlers. Like, what would happen if you got a Kanji and you got a Nina Samuels and put them in the ring together? Like, what will happen? So I always think about that. So I'd love to see them here, and I'd love to have a story or a few matches with them. That would be fantastic.
It's certainly an exciting time, and an exciting time to be a Progress Wrestling fan, an exciting time for you as the Progress Women's World Champion. But I want to thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on the victory. Can we have a quick look at the championship while it's here? Not going to interview the World Champion without having a look at the belt on camera. There we go. Show that off. But Kanji, congratulations. Long may your title reign continue, and thanks for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.